They say betrayal tastes like ashes, but when it's served by the woman you love, it tastes like blood. I still remember the night it happened. The night I saw her, my woman, standing beside him, smiling at him, looking at him the way she used to look at me. My chest tightened, my hands shook, and my world split in two, because the man she chose over me wasn't just anyone. He was my rival, my enemy, the man I'd sworn to destroy. Her name was Vivian, and for years she had been my obsession, my salvation, my everything. I'd bled for her, lied for her, killed for her, and yet, when the time came, she placed her hand in his and left me in the shadows. But that wasn't the worst part. No, the worst betrayal came later when I discovered why. She hadn't chosen him for love, not for protection, not even for revenge. She'd chosen him because of a secret buried so deep, so dangerous, it could destroy not only me, but everything I'd built. I should have walked away that night, should have let them burn together. But instead I stayed. I watched, plotted, because love, when twisted with hate, becomes the deadliest weapon of all. And Vivian? She thought she had betrayed me. She thought she had broken me. But she didn't know the truth. This wasn't the end of us. It was only the beginning. I never feared pain. Not bullets, not knives, not even the ghosts that haunted my sleepless nights. But his smile, that cruel, victorious curve of his lips, burned deeper than any wound I had ever taken. His name was Damien Cross, my rival in business, my shadow in the streets, a man who lived for power, who took pleasure in watching others crawl. And now he had her. Vivian's hand rested lightly on his arm as if it belonged there. My Vivian, the woman who once traced her fingers down my scars as though they were holy scriptures. Now she looked at Damien with that same reverence, and I wanted to tear the world apart. I told myself it was a game, that she was pretending, that she was lying to him the way she used to lie to everyone else. But the truth was written in her eyes. Fear, desperation, and something worse, surrender. That night I followed them, through alleys, through neon-lit streets, through shadows that seemed to swallow me whole. I told myself it was because I needed answers, but deep down I knew the truth. Couldn't let her go. Not to him, not to anyone. And when I saw Damien lean close, his lips brushing her ear, her lashes lowering as though she could bear it, I swore to myself that this wasn't over. I'd find out why she betrayed me. I'd drag the truth from her lips. And if she thought she could survive loving my enemy, she hadn't yet seen what I'd become without her. Because I was no longer a man in love. I was a man at war. Vivian always had a gift for lying. Her voice could soothe the devil. Her words spun webs no one escaped. But I had learned long ago her eyes told the truth. When I cornered her 3 nights later, in that rain-soaked alley, I saw it. She flinched at my touch, but her hands trembled as though they remembered me. She whispered Damien's name like an oath, but her pulse raced the way it only did for me. Why him? I asked, my voice breaking against the storm. Why my enemy? She didn't answer. She only looked away, and that silence carved deeper than a blade. I caught her wrist, pulled her closer. For a moment, she melted against me. The way she used to, as if her body had betrayed her resolve. But then she shoved me back, her lips twisting in something between pain and fury. You don't understand, she whispered. You never will. Her tears glistened in the streetlight, but her words sliced clean. She chose him. She wanted me to believe it. And yet, the way her fingers lingered on mine as she pulled away told me another story. Something bound her to Damien. Something stronger than choice, stronger than fear, and I was going to rip it out of the shadows, even if it destroyed both of us. The truth revealed itself in fragments. Documents stolen from Damien's office, whispers bought with blood, shadows that carried secrets no one dared speak. And then, finally, I understood. Vivian hadn't chosen Damien because she loved him. She hadn't chosen him because she feared me. She had chosen him because he held the one thing she couldn't abandon. A life, not hers, not mine, but someone else's. Someone she would burn the world to protect. The night I learned the name, the night I realized who she was protecting, was the night I stopped breathing. Because the betrayal wasn't that she chose my enemy. The betrayal was that she kept his child. The name hit me like a bullet. Vivian had whispered it once, years ago, in a moment of weakness. A secret she thought I'd never repeat. And now it was tied to Damien. The child wasn't just his. No, it was worse. Damien had discovered someone precious to Vivian long before I ever came into her life. He had taken that secret, nurtured it like a poison, and used it as leverage. Her younger brother, Lucien, the boy she had raised when no one else would. The boy who meant everything to her. Damien had him, hidden away like a hostage, and he held Vivian's heart in a chokehold. I saw it all clearly then. Every choice she made, every glance she cast in Damien's direction. It wasn't loyalty. It was desperation. Survival. But it didn't matter. The fury inside me didn't ease. It only sharpened, cutting through bone and reason. Because even if she had chosen him to protect Lucien, she still hadn't trusted me. She still hadn't told me. And that cut deeper than any betrayal. I confronted her again. This time not in an alley but in the gilded cage Damien kept her in. His penthouse suite, dripping with money and menace. She stood by the window, city lights painting her skin silver. For a moment, I almost forgot why I came. She was still Vivian. Still the woman who once breathed life into my darkest nights. Why didn't you tell me? My voice cracked like thunder. She turned, eyes hollow, lips trembling. Because you would have burned everything down. And Damien would have killed him. Her words sliced me open. She was right. I would have burned it all. For her. For us. For revenge. But Lucien, he was her weakness. The one thing stronger than her love for me. I stepped closer and she didn't move away this time. Her chains weren't metal. They were fear. And fear I could break. I vowed then not just to take her back, but to free her. Even if it meant starting a war that would drown the city in blood. Damien thought he'd won. That his game was perfect. But he underestimated me. He underestimated what a man will do when he's lost everything except rage. I devised a plan. Not just to take Vivian back, but to take everything Damien owned, starting with the empire he built on lies. But to do that, I needed her. Not as a victim. Not as a pawn. As my partner. When I laid it out before her, she shook her head, tears sliding down her face. You'll get us all killed. Or we'll finally be free, I countered. You, me, Lucien. No more chains. Her silence lingered, heavy and sharp. Then, for the first time in months, I saw it, fire in her eyes. The Vivian I knew. The Vivian who loved me. And I realized something dangerous. She hadn't stopped loving me at all. The first time she kissed me again, it was nothing like before. It wasn't soft. It wasn't tender. It was bruising, desperate, filled with all the rage and longing we had buried under months of betrayal. Her nails dug into my skin. Her breath tasted of fire. And for a moment, the world disappeared. But when we pulled apart, reality slammed back. Damien was still out there. Lucien was still his hostage. And every second we wasted brought us closer to ruin. Promise me, she whispered, her forehead against mine. Promise me you won't let him hurt Lucien. I cupped her face, my chest aching. I'll promise you one thing. Damien won't live to see another sunrise. Her eyes widened, torn between fear and something darker, relief. Because in that moment, Vivian wasn't just mine again. She was ready to burn with me. Vivian and I became shadows in Damien's empire. Every stolen glance, every secret touch fueled the fire between us. But we knew this wasn't just about us anymore. It was war. She slipped me keys, passwords, fragments of his empire he thought she was too broken to remember. I gave her promises, vengeance, freedom, a future where Damien's shadow no longer chained her. But with every step deeper into his world, the danger grew. Damien wasn't a fool. He had eyes everywhere. And though Vivian played the perfect role, I saw her hands tremble each time his name was spoken. One night, she pressed a blade into my palm, her lips at my ear. If he finds out, kill me before he takes me back. Her words froze me. This wasn't love anymore. This was survival stitched together by fury and blood. And yet I swore it, because even in death, I'd rather claim her than leave her in his grip. We sealed it with a kiss, feral, reckless, unforgivable. Pact written not in ink, but in blood. It happened faster than I expected. Damien wasn't just watching us. He was waiting. The night we made our move, storming his private club, taking down the men who guarded Lucien's prison. Everything snapped shut. Doors locked. Lights cut. His voice echoed through the darkness, smooth as poison. Did you really think I wouldn't see this coming? Vivian stiffened beside me, her breath sharp. Lucien's cries rang from somewhere below, muffled, desperate. My blood roared. I tried to fight, but the walls weren't built of steel. They were built of betrayal. Someone had given us away. Someone close. When Damien stepped out of the shadows, a gun in one hand, his other hand on Lucien's shoulder, my heart stopped. And then he said it, the words that shattered everything. She was never yours, brother. The world tilted. His laugh carved through me, brutal and mocking. Vivian gasped, her face pale as ash. She shook her head, eyes wide with terror. But Damien didn't stop. Didn't she tell you? His grip on Lucien tightened, his smile cruel. She came to me first. Long before you. You were the distraction. I was the choice. No! Vivian screamed, stepping forward. Her voice cracked, breaking the lie in half. He's lying. Don't believe him. But my chest was already splitting open. The past, the present, every whispered word between us. It all blurred. Was she mine? Was she ever? Damien shoved Lucien forward, his gun aimed at me now. You'll never know the truth. That's what makes it beautiful. In that moment, I realized something I should have known all along. This was never about love or war or even revenge. It was about power. And Vivian was the battlefield. The gunfire came fast. Screams, smoke, blood. Everything became a blur of fire and chaos. I don't remember how many men I cut down, only that Lucien slipped through the madness, free at last. I don't remember how many bullets burned into my skin, only that Damien finally fell, his smile frozen in death. But I do remember Vivian. She was on her knees, tears streaking her face, whispering my name like a prayer. I reached for her, my hand trembling, blood slick on my fingers. Tell me, I choked. Was it ever real? Her lips trembled. She pressed her hand to my chest, right over my breaking heart. Always, even when I lied, even when I chose him, it was always you. And for a moment I believed her. But love built on betrayal doesn't survive the fire. When dawn came, Damien was ash, Lucien was free, and Vivian was gone, leaving me with nothing but scars, silence, and the memory of a love too dark to save. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more dark romance stories.